Let's look at why Tesla stopped at 240.89 today. Tesla made a high of 240.82 today, right smack 7 cents off of our horizontal support that is at 240.89. So we are 7 cents off. So this is pretty much perfection. Tesla closed up $1.91. That's 0.83%, closed at 233.19. Post-market, we seem to be down a little bit by 7 cents. So let's look at what this means right here. We had a nice move up yesterday. We had broken the first downward resistance that we had. And today we have broken the second one. It's barely broken, so we are just a little bit above it. If we had closed right smack on it, we would have closed at 232.38, and now we closed at 233.19, maybe 50 cents above. We can say that we have broken outside our second downward resistance. So we can say that this is a break. It's not the biggest break in the world, but this is a break. What is of note is that we tried to break 240.89 and we could not do it. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to understand a little bit more how the day happened. This is the first candle of the day right here. So we opened at 240.84 and we went straight down during the first hour. Also went down second hour, third hour. And on the third hour, we were stopped by our buyer support that we were talking about yesterday. So at 229.28. So we went down and we had enough buyers at this price point right here to make the stock go back up. And then basically the rest of the day was just going sideways. So we have stochastic over 60 on the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, as I called it, we had the buy signal right here yesterday. If you entered yesterday, you are still in the money today. And I suggest that you put a stop loss or that you sell below the 229.28. So because we have stochastic over 60 on the 1 hour chart, because we are above 229.28, this is still a valid move. This is still a bullish move. If we go back on the daily chart, if we pull back a little bit on the daily chart, we see that Tesla is really into a congestion zone. The stock is now just going sideways. We are going sideways after this move down. It happens often that after a move down, we are going sideways for a little while. And as we are going sideways, we are going to go up and down a little bit. Based on the current pattern, this is what we should be expecting. Now, if we start breaking 240.89, which is a very important resistance that has been tested today and that held its ground, if we start breaking 240.89, this is going to mean that this is bullish. The only negative with this is that I'm not sure that we are going to get our stochastic over 60 if we close above 240.89 tomorrow. If we take a little while before breaking it, then I would feel more confident because we are going to have stochastic over 60. So just know this. If we break 240.89 tomorrow, look at stochastic. And if we don't have it, you can still buy the stock, but there's still some amount of risk to it. And conversely, if we break below 212.28, this is going to be bearish. And because stochastic is already below 60, it's already bearish. This would mean that this would be a valid bearish move. And if you want to learn more about all the criteria that I am using in order to de-risk buying, then you can become a member at the Tesla Weekly Live level. You will get access to the live I am doing on Sundays, and you are also going to have access to this tool, which is going to help you make your own buying decisions based on the criteria that are important here. So you check out the criteria that pertain to the stock that you want to buy, and then you are going to get a probability of a move score, and then you can enter your email address there and send those answers through your email so that you can keep them as a reference. Let's take a look at our indicators. So stochastic is still below 60. So we know that to have a decent bullish move on any stock, indices, Bitcoin, crypto, blah, 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 we need to have stochastic over 60. This is not what we have yet. So this is why I'm saying that even if we break 240.89, then, this is going to be a little bit iffy. There's an amount of risk in there. In terms of the MACD, we have the two lines below zero. And also we have the green line below the red line. And if you want to understand how MACD works, The first step of a bull signal is when the green line of MACD is going to break over the red line, just like we had around May. So this is the first step. This is the first step, but this is a risky step. The second step happens when both lines become above zero. At that point, then you can be a little bit more sure that the move is going to work. And right now with MACD, we still have the green line below the red line. In terms of RSI, the way it works is that you look at the overall shape of RSI. And right now we have RSI that is making decreasing tops. So this is telling us that the strength in that stock is still going down, even though we had this little bit of a move up. This is another reason why I am not that confident yet that Tesla is going to really go for good. The same thing with DMI. This one is a little bit more easy to understand. We need to have the green line above the red line in order to have a bullish move. And this is not what we have right now. Of course, you can buy at any point in time. You can always buy at any point in time, but I am here to help you, to give you tools so that you don't get caught with a buy right here and then the stock just continues down. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX is really the fear factor of the stock market. So the VIX is down a little bit. So we are down 0.16. We are still into this bullish channel. And what we see here is the typical behavior of a stock that is within a bullish channel. So this one is going sideways, then it's going up a little bit, going sideways, then it's going up a little bit, and now it's going sideways again. We are down a little bit today, but we are still in this bullish pattern. Rivian was doing pretty good yesterday, but now we are down $1.10. That's 5.19%, closed at 20.08. We are into this bearish channel, so Rivian should be going down. It was at least starting to go sideways, and there could have been a possibility that it continued sideways. So this is maybe what we were expecting a little bit, but this is not happening so far. Xpeng is down 49 cents, 2.98%, closed at 15.94. Yes, it had a nice bounce up yesterday. Today, this is a red candle. We are above 15.57. We are still into our bullish channel, but we don't have stochastic over 60 yet. There's not much force in that stock yet to see a move up. NIO is down 0.16 at 1.46%, closed at 10.79. The same thing here. So we are just basically going sideways between 10.21 and 11.31. And we don't have stochastic over 60. Not the time to buy yet. Palantir is up 0.17, 1.17%, closed at 14.67. This one seems like it wants to break outside of its downward channel. This is really pretty much smack on it. I think it's still inside. And we don't have stochastic over 60, so we should not get too excited yet. Okay, Nvidia is down $12.99, 2.77%, goes at 456.68. So I had said that we needed to break this horizontal support at 479.22 before getting back into this one, and this was not achieved today. We opened above that number, but then we caved into that number. There was more selling than buying today, and the earnings call is going to happen tomorrow after the close, I am assuming. So basically, we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you want to chance it, you can buy some options on this one, some call options. This is a safe way to get into the action if it goes a little bit higher. This is a cheap way to get into the action if things start to go higher tomorrow. Let's look at our indices a little bit. So QQQ is down 0.14%, pretty much even Steven. Look at how perfectly it matched our downward resistance right here. A super touch, a perfect touch. Dow Jones is pretty much going sideways, down a little bit, 0.51%. SPX is rebounding on 43.24. And it is now back into its downward channel. So this is nice to see. It is still bearish in the short term, but at least it's back into its downward channel and it's not going faster and faster down. Nasdaq Composite also tried to break outside of its bearish channel. It closed pretty much smack on its resistance right here. I won't call this a break yet. The 10-year bond is pulling back a little bit today, but we are now right smack on our support. It seems to want to stay above that support, so maybe it's going to continue higher. Physical gold, this is just going sideways. Silver, it's rebounding again. It closed just a little bit higher. We have support at 802. We are right smack on 802. Bitcoin is still going sideways. Ripple is still going sideways. US dollar just broke 103,580, so it looks like it wants to go higher. We have stochastic over 60 here. This is not the biggest break in the world. It would be nice if it would have broken a little bit more, but at least it's a break. It's technically a break. We technically have stochastic over 60. This has been de-risked. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.